Ons selfs môre met nieuw Hutiri. Nou, die storie hier agter is dat die Royal Academy of Engineering onlangs met hulle 10 jaar herdenking 'n medalje gegee het aan 'n goeie idee en 'n goeie ingenieur. En nieuw Hutiri se besigheid wat hy noem Pelebox Smart Lockers, sy konsep het hierdie prys gewen. En ons gesels môre met hom daaroor, vind bietjie uit oor hierdie konsep van hom en gesels bietjie meer oor sy besigheid. Good morning, Neo.
Good morning, good morning.
Lovely to have you on the show. Neo, let's first start. This medal that you got from the Royal Academy, what was it for?
It was for celebrating the 10-year anniversary of the Africa Prize. Mm-hmm. The Africa Prize is a prize that celebrates engineering innovation across the continent, where each and every year they celebrate they select about 20 different innovative entrepreneurs that are building solutions that serve people and exhibit engineering excellence.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Have you always been interested in entrepreneurship and innovation and thought about outside the box? Did you study something? Where are you from?
I'm originally born in Kuruman in Northern Cape and grew up in Mahikeng in Northwest. And I did electrical engineering at University of Cape Town before I started working for ArcelorMittal in Vanderbilt Park. And I worked as an engineer for about 4 years, working in the steel industry. After that, I had the opportunity to do a master's in engineering at WITS. And I was focused on industrial engineering. I guess I consider myself as somebody who has always wanted to come up with solutions and who's always wanted to build systems and things. I am a tinkerer and I love the idea of using engineering to solve different types of problems.
And the Pelebox system is exactly that. It's an engineering solution to a desperate need. Tell us a little bit more about the system. What is it? And where is it found?
Yes. So Pelebox as a concept was engineered to solve a challenge where patients are spending hours and hours in our public healthcare system. So if you're a patient and you're using a public healthcare clinic, you'll find that you're spending 3 hours, 4 hours every time you have to go collect your chronic medication. So the Pelebox was designed in such a way that we can take pre-packed medication, load it inside. It then sends an SMS saying, now your medication is ready for collection at your local clinic. Here's a one-time PIN. Then Neo would simply walk to the self-service ATM machine, enter his cell phone number, enter his PIN. It pops open one of the doors that has his medicine inside. He collects and he's on his way. So as a country, we've done well to make the medicine available, but the experience of a patient accessing it is still very time-consuming, and it takes a lot of their time. So Pelebox as a solution was engineered to ensure that as patients, we are able to access our treatment quickly, and we are able to have an efficient public healthcare system in South Africa and in Southern Africa.
I love that the fact that you use your talents and gifts and creativity to try and make a difference in the country and in Africa, like you just mentioned. I think it's so brilliant that you're doing something like that and giving back. Where can we find the Pelebox at the moment? Is it across South Africa? Is it the hope that it should expand across South Africa and Africa?
At the moment, we've installed Peleboxes across Northwest, Gauteng, and KwaZulu-Natal. We've also installed lockers in Namibia and in Botswana and Gaborone. The intention is to grow the number of sites. So at the moment, we have 123 clinics where we've installed these lockers where patients are able to access their treatment. We've obviously been working with the National Department of Health around identifying other locations where we can install them. We've had support from the Royal Academy of Engineering through this prize as well to increase the number of sites. And then we've also had support from the Technology Innovation Agency in Pretoria. The intention is to grow Pelebox to 500 clinics to be able to get to a point where we are able to have 1 million people being able to access their treatment without spending hours.
Are these lockers situated at clinics, at health service facilities, or in various places in towns?
At the moment, we've put them at the clinics. The second step is to put them at shopping malls so that they're closer to people as well. So we're always looking for an area that is accessible, that is secure, where a patient feels comfortable to use the lockers at that point.
Now, how do you feel to receive an internationally recognized award for this work that makes such a difference in ordinary South Africans' lives?
Yeah, I feel like, when we think of, let's say, the Sia Kolisi of this world and representing your country and being able to fly the South African flag quite high, there's a pride around what South African ingenuity and South African engineering can produce. The award definitely is a recognition of all of the hard work that myself and the team and all of the partners that we work with have put in to be able to showcase how engineering can innovate and how, as South Africans, we are able to solve our own problems and we are able to build our country. And we are able to also build solutions that are context relevant for South Africa, for Southern Africa, and for the continent.
Neo, sorry, I'm practical, so I'm constantly thinking about the process. I want to find out how do people register for this? How do you get the patients in the system, and how do you get? Is there like a delivery? Oh, we're talking about deliveries today. Is there like a delivery company that takes the pills to the locker, or is it through National Health Service that it gets put there? The logistics must be hectic.
I love your question. So yes, we effectively, so when we've put the lockers at the clinics, the medication is pre-packed by the National Department of Health off-site and then driven to where the lockers are. And then the pharmacy team at that particular clinic would be able to load it. If we put the lockers outside of the healthcare facility, let's say we put them in a shopping center in Linwood, for instance, the idea would be to work with a courier partner that is able to deliver the multiple boxes and then just scan it, load it, scan it, load it, scan it, load it into the different parcels. The patient's journey is one of starting first with your clinician, where the patient is assigned a 6-month script for chronic medication. It has to be patients that are chronically stable, that are collecting the same repeat treatment where it doesn't change. If it changes, they have to still see a clinician. But once the medication is constant, it's when they get enrolled into the CCMDD program or the locker collection sort of program. The script for month 2, month 3, month 4, month 5 would be delivered at the locker, and then at month 6, when the script is finished, the patient has to go back into the healthcare facility or go back to see the doctor for that script to be renewed, and then again the cycle starts again. It's about making sure that they don't, for the collections where they don't necessarily have to have blood drawn and all of the questions asked, they're able to use the locker, but while still being able to have contact to a physical healthcare facility that they're tied to. We have integrated the lockers into the National Department of Health's program called Double Up Meds. And then similarly, we also work with private pharmacies where we put the lockers in some of their facilities, especially if a pharmacy is inside a mall, we would be able to put the locker in the mall, and the pharmacy would be able to load it on a daily basis for their patient as well.
Neo, it's so great to see that this is a simple solution, yet so ingenious to solve a lot of people's serious problems and questions they have around their medication and issues they have with getting their medication and standing in long queues and waiting for hours on end. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, and congratulations on the medal.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Nou ja, daar het jy dit. Nie gewone Suid-Afrikaners wat 'n verskil maak. Ek en jy kan dit ook doen.
Ja.
So trek hy vinger en doen iets. Nou ja, dis Hutiri en hy het natuurlik van die Royal Academy van Engineering se medalje gekry vir sy ongelooflike interessante Pelebox stelsel waar mense se medikasie vir hulle daar kan gee in 'n boks. Jy hoef nie in 'n queue te staan nie.